Greetings and salutations. Second Star Right, back with more Raid Shadow Legends, and it is a boosted summons weekend. I'm always a big fan, as you know, and this one comes with also a guaranteed champion, which is a nice way of draining people of their 25 shards before the fusion event starts, and so they have to spend more money to get more shards because Plarium. But that's okay. That's the name of the game. That's how they make money. It's our choice to play, and well, the consumerist in me wants Godseeker. Even though I don't really need Godseeker, I don't. I mean, I finished that faction war. We're not going to do me any good here, Sacred Order. I have plenty. My Sacred Order is stacked. It's probably my best represented faction. But regardless, Godseeker Neri is a really good champion, and it's hard to get Void champions, especially ones that you specifically want. To complete a collection or whatever, and she's just a good champion, and I want her as a completionist, right? She's good stuff. So I'm gonna spend my 25 shards because I have exactly 25. So I figured, that's a serendipitous number to have when it comes time for a guaranteed champion. So we're gonna go through it, and we're gonna make it happen. I think I've already blown all my bad luck. I mean, longtime viewers of this channel know that my luck when it comes to Void Shards, not good. These adventures are always a bit of a fugazi, but we're just gonna sally forth anyway. On my free-to-play account, I had 10 Void Shards. I did a 10 pull. I was excited to do so and got all rares, because of course. And then I thought, okay, well, maybe all that bad luck will transfer to my Ancient Shards, and maybe I'll get one of the guaranteed champions on the Ancient Shards, because the Ancient Shards, Calvalax, that'd be great on my free-to-play account. But no, I've gotten 10 rares on my Ancient Shards too. They're not boosted, but still, I thought maybe RNGesus would have some pity on me for having such a bad pull on my double sun, my boosted Void Shards, but it didn't happen. So we're just gonna have to roll with it, and I'm gonna do a 10 pull here. Just to see what happens. Maybe something good. Maybe I won't get all rares. Maybe I got holy shit. Oh, what the as I was saying about my horrible luck with Void Shards, I guess that all manifested itself into a good 10 pull for once. Turvold, of course, we'll look at him first because he's an oldie but a goodie. He's like a super whisper. Like I've told you how much I enjoyed that champion whisper. Well, Turvold is like a whisper, but but more so. Attacks enemy twice, the 55% chance of placing a 25% weaken for 2 turns. So a weaken on the attack, and of course you can buff that up with books. Excuse me, I'm reeling a little bit. That was that was kind of awesome. That was. I'm gonna try to be professional about this and proceed as if nothing happened, when really I am stoked out of my skin. A2 Ancestor's Power, increased attack 50% and a 3% increased crit rate on the champion for 2 turns, and grants extra turn. That's the part I like. I like that extra turn. It's awesome, and then you can ascend that and get even better percentages. And increased speed. Okay, extra increased speed when you ascend it, and then Juggernaut. 5-turn cooldown and get down to 3 turns. Attacks the enemy twice. Damage increases according to the number of buffs on the champion. If the target is killed, resets the cooldown of the skill. So Turvold can be hyper powered with a strong buff team, but on a team with a really good buffer, like a Siffy or something, and just forget about it. He's an unstoppable Juggernaut, as the skill is named. He probably has the Crystal of Shatoric in there somewhere. A little shout out to my X-Men friends. Okay, and then Chager, Chager. I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know this champion. This is a newer lizard man, and the lizard faction wars, I'm way behind, and I only have like the next rotation. I have to finish it. I have to finish the next rotation, otherwise I have to go through all the Shadowkin, and I don't want to do that. Lizardmen, I think, is my last one left. I might have the boss. I might have to 3-star the boss on Orgrim tribes also. But lizards are I'm way behind, and I've been kind of, picking up some lizards as the course of the week since the last faction war was open. So let's see what he does. I'm babbling at this point because I'm so excited. Attacks an enemy, 50% chance to place to sleep, 1 turn. Not a big fan of the sleep debuff unless the guy's slow and kind of going last. Attacks all enemies 2 times. The first hit has a 50% chance of placing a poison of 5% for 4 turns. A 4-turn poison. Second hit has a 75% chance of placing a decreased defense for 3 turns. All enemies twice. Okay. Damage based on attack. Alright. Okay. And then Heartstopper is his A3. Attacks the enemy, then attacks 1 time at random. If the target is under a poison debuff, will ignore shield, block damage, and unkillable. And I guess that's any poison debuff, not just his. Grants an extra turn if this attack kills an enemy. Also resets the cooldown of the Venom Storm if the skill attacks 2 enemies. That's pretty badass, especially since Venom Mage is a really good poisoner, and I have been really leaning heavily on my Venom Mage lately because he's a great champion, and it looks like a good pairing. And then unlocking at Essential Level 3 is a Constant Agony passive. Instantly attacks enemies with the default skill whenever they receive damage from poison debuffs placed by this champion. When hitting enemies under poison debuffs, heals the champion by 10% of damage inflicted. Okay, so I'm a big fan. I love poison. It's great. I love effects based on poison. I'm a huge fan of poison champions, and so it looks like Chager here is a good pickup for my squad. And I have a pretty mature account, so having a champion that you're going to use makes me very happy. Okay, that was awesome. And a Dilgol, which is great. And Gala Long Braids, which I would be super stoked about if I didn't already have one, but Gala is amazing. Okay, so that worked out well. Let's do another 10 pull, and then we'll do the other 5, of course, one at a time. Respect Scrapper. Fellhound, always nice. Another Dilgol, thank you very much. An Ox, Amortine Skeleton, oof. Ox. Ooh, double Oxes. Just a card. Oh, and Orgrim. Granted, he's been nerfed a bit, but I do not have this champion, so that is a 3rd Void champion that I didn't have already, which I'm really stoked about. And I guess I missed out on the golden days of Orgrim. He's not as good as he used to be, but he's Orgrim tribes too. So, like I said, I'm having problems with that boss. Maybe this guy can push me over the edge. Let's see what he does. I have no idea. Attacks the enemy twice. Each has a 20% chance of placing a poison debuff for 2 turns. Again, right up my alley. Looks like he has a heal here. Removes all debuffs from an ally. Then heals them by 40% of their max hit points. You can get down to a 3-turn cooldown with 5 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. Yeah. And then over here, 2 poison debuffs on all enemies for 2 turns. Also places a 15% continuous heal. Okay, good. And then a speed or an all battle for 20%. I can understand why Orgrim was highly sought after, and I can only imagine if this is him nerfed, then he must have been really impressive in his original form, which I missed out on. Okay, all right, so that's awesome. Let's go one by one, and it looks like a guaranteed epic in 5 more shards. So. Excuse me, regardless, this has been a pretty successful fusion event, or summoning event for me. I am a happy camper. A Chager and an Orgrim, Turvold. Hell yes, I'm super stoked. Okay, Interceptor, and then what do we have here? Another rare, and it is. Good old Bulwark, oldie but goodie. And then, of course, my last shard is going to be our friend, the Godseeker. Okay, Godseeker and Yuri. We got a nice heal on the A1 at when attack plus a heal. And then A2 attacks all enemies and then heals by 50% of their max AP and then increase the duration of all buffs on all enemies by 1 turn and increase the duration of all buffs on allies by 1 turn. All right, so we got a nice buff extension there. And a revive on the A3, 50% hit points, then fills their turn meter by 50% and resets the cooldowns on all their skills. A really good revive. It's a 7-turn native cooldown, so you're definitely gonna need books to get that down to 4 turns. But still, that's a great revive. Even if it's just 1, it's a very effective one. Then a passive mounts with healing all allies received by 10%. And then an active effect, if they're about to get killed by fatal hit, preempts that hit and instantly places a revive on death buff on them for 1 turn before the damage is taken. So even though her revive only affects 1, you can also prevent a death also. So it's kind of like 2, depending on the combat situation. Okay, so that was awesome. I am a happy camper with that result. That was nice. That was nice. I am stoked. Let's see how I did on my event here. How much did I progress in the summon rush? All right, all the way up to the chicken. All right, so fantastic. Good. I'm gonna build that Chager immediately. I should have plenty of legendary books with which to skill him up. Also, let's look in the tavern and see what I got going. No, upgrade skills. 38. Okay, yeah, we're good. So I'm good on books. On Chager, I am running a bit low, I guess. But that was awesome. I'm super stoked, man. You guys, for once, I had a good void pull. I mean, I've had some good ones in the past, but generally, it's an exercise in torture and watching me suffer and cry and make faces at the camera that try to mask my agony as best I can, but usually fail like a little bit. But this one it's all good, man. It's all good. Godseeker, Orgrim, and then 2 legendaries in 25 shards. I will take that any day. I absolutely. In fact, on my next void pull, I won't get upset no matter what happens. How about that? That'll be my I'll pay it forward. Let's say I'll pay it forward. All right, guys, thank you. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed, please throw me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, comment down below if you had as awesome luck as I did this time. Not to gloat, that's not my style, but I do want to share in your joy or try to make you feel better if your jaws sucked. All right, thank you guys. I am out of here, and I will see you in the next video. All right, take care, enjoy, good night.